working party, because we appeared there we wanted a situation whereby grade 7, which would be the introduction to the CBC or junior secondary, be domiciled in primary school. Then grade 8 and 9 be domiciled in secondary schools. And we had said that because we thought that the exam that is done in the primary school tips here, maybe it should be done in standard 7 or grade 7, so that there is the primary curriculum and an introductory part of junior secondary. So that when you are in school yourself, I'm sure you went for 6 years in secondary school and many others here, in a system that we know was very efficient, and it prepared the students to join the university, and it was excellent. Now, if you only have 3 years in secondary school, you would be adequate to join you would be adequately prepared to join the university. We are aware that the Presidential Working Party recommended only class 10 in secondary school. We are aware of that, and the director here told us as much, the PSA has told us as much. But we are saying that there is always room for review. And Your Excellency, I have heard you so many times, ukisema to kiss a ground. The ground here is talking about part of the junior secondary to be domiciled in secondary schools, because before they join the senior school, we shall have been with them for 2 years. So we shall be able to guide the classes and the laboratories and teachers in secondary schools. We are not asking for any. Now, if you are going to start building classes in primary and the laboratory, that cheating has been going on in the examinations in this country for quite some time, and it appears as if it might not be in a position to stop soon. And we commissioned a team that did the research, and it has been said here that yes, last year there was cheating in examinations. And because it is something that has happened on and off, as principals we thought, what is the solution? So that team that was here recommended that the Kenya National Examination Council CEO be autonomous, or the NEC be autonomous, in the sense that the CEO will be answerable to Kenyans for the mess in national examinations. If possible, it becomes a constitutional body, and the CEO and his team are given powers to operate like a constitutional body, so that they are the ones who will be answerable for any mess in the exams in this country. That is the only way to go, Your Excellency, so that we have one person who is answering for this mess. It has taken us so many years, and even last year, we almost certain even this year there will be leakage. It is something that everybody expects. And with that, Your Excellency, I want to stop there and say once again, we are very happy that you have come. But before I sit down, I want to appreciate the team that I work with, and therefore I want the members of NEC to stand up. NEC members, I hope you are here. You can come here so that you face the Deputy President so that he can see you. So, Your Excellency, this is the team that was elected on Monday, and there are each of them, and they are representing every part of the country. And closer here, we have the Vice Chairman, Elias. Here he is from the Rift Valley. Then we have Joyce here, the Treasurer from Nyanza. We have Florence, the Organizing Secretary from Nairobi. We have Mwana Hamisi, the Vice Secretary from the Coast. We have Mr. Mutui, the Vice Treasurer from Eastern. We have Sultan Abdinur from Northeastern. And we have Masielo, the Assistant Organizing from Western. So, thank you very much. I also now want to recognize all the National Governing Council members. Please rise where you are. Your Excellency, that is the team that we work with. Again, they are representatives from all the country. They are chairmen who have been elected from various parts of this country. They are county chairmen and also regional chairmen. So together they form the National Governing Council. Thank you very much. I want also to appreciate the KEPSHA, the Kenya Primary Schools Health Association. They are here to start with us. Karibuni sana, you can wave. You can wave back. Thank you very much. I was also encouraging Mr. Idimuri Kahi and his wife, kindly stand. This is the former chair. He is here to start with us. Karibu sana, Mr. Idimuri. Mr. and Mrs. Idimuri, thank you very much. And I don't know whether we have Nat. Okay, Kupet. Yeah, Kupet. There are many. Yeah, there are Kupet. Thank you very much for coming. And I think those are the ones we have for now. And we really want to appreciate. Thank you, sir. I now want to take this time to invite Kenya Commercial Bank, who are our main sponsors. They have been sponsoring for the last 3 years, Karibu Madam, and they have something to say to us. Karibu Madam.
Stand here. His Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, allow me rights on all protocols observed because of the time that you've been given. Your Excellency, allow me quote what the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, said. He said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And that's the reason, Your Excellency, why for the last 7 years, we've been partnering with Kesha to make sure that we facilitate the sponsorship of this event, because we do understand the role our teachers play in nurturing leaders and molding character of hard work, honesty, and responsibility over and above enabling individuals to drive the economic prosperity of a country. In driving economic prosperity of the country, we do take into consideration that the education sector is an engine, Your Excellency, which runs the economy. What you've done with the Kesha for the last 7 years is that we've enabled infrastructure support for 40,000 learning institutions. We've enabled the teachers to make sure when they want to transact, invest, save, and borrow, KCB is on the ground. We've also enabled and facilitated transition to clean energy, Your Excellency, namely LPG and solar. Allow me spend 30 seconds talk about solar, Your Excellency. This is a solution that your government doesn't need to put aside a budget, because we will take into consideration the payment that was being used for firewood and electricity to make sure that we have the solar solution in our learning institution that is able to be used for cooking, for lighting, for boreholes, for those who have boreholes, and the repayment will come from the money that they were traditionally using for firewood, Your Excellency. I want to assure you as KCB, we are so committed in terms of the environmental intervention so that we can ensure that our children are in school for the required timeline, and we support the teachers in building character. Under Operation Linda Meet, Your Excellency, we planted over 300,000 trees, and we put aside 1.2 million trees to plant in the next 5 years. I know, Your Excellency, you are very passionate about digital economy. We've partnered with a learning institution to make sure that coding can be run across the country, so that it doesn't matter if you are coming from a background that's challenged or an endowed background, you are able to learn technology, because the future and where employments are right now, Your Excellency, is on the digital economy. As I close, Your Excellency, we take into consideration also that we have sponsored over 4,700 students to high school. We also, as parents, take into consideration that they are our children who, for one reason or the other, doesn't finish high school. Through Kijiajiri KCB, we actually do give the tools. Your Excellency, it's our commitment of KCB to assure you that as a corporate entity called KCB Bank, we will work together to make sure that we achieve the transformation that you are looking towards under the...
Thank you very much, Parents representative. Yes, he's there. That's representing the parents in this country. Thank you very much. And with that now, I want to take this time to invite the TSC chairman, Dr. Jamrik Muturi, who will then invite the PS. Karibu sana, Daktari.
Thank you. I'm emphatically challenged, but I've taken advantage of the platform. Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, the PS to Basic Education, Dr. Bedo Kipsang, the newly elected chair or the chair of the moment for Kisha, Mr. Willie Mwangi. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to ride on the established protocol and ask you, good morning. God is good? God is good? God is good? Can you turn the person next to you and tell Tell him you are blessed. Point out, in the current budget, we have been allocated money which we are going to use to recruit of September this year. Sir, I also want to note that we have been allocated money, 13.4 billion, which we are going to use to convert the JSS teachers into permanent and pensionable terms, so that they can be able to enjoy what the government has given to them. Your Excellency, sir, allow me, as I conclude, to thank you most sincerely and immensely, because we have seen you move from school to school, even when you were in your former high school, encouraging teachers, giving them direction, and supporting them as they understand their duties. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give His Excellency a lovely word of applause to appreciate his contribution in supporting us in education. Your Excellency, as I conclude, therefore, I want to thank the government for the support it has given to education, and more so to the Teacher Service Commission in ensuring that we dispense our mandate as is envisioned in the Constitution. Sir, we are reviewing our legal documents, and we are doing it in consultation with the ministry, so that we align ourselves properly with the dispensations that are there in this country. With those few remarks, allow me, sir, to welcome the PS, Dr. Bejo Kipsang, to address the gathering. Let's welcome him with a lovely hand.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Gachagua. I would want at this early juncture to convey the apologies of the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Dr. Ezekiel Mashogu, who is presiding over an international conference in Nairobi this morning, and he did tell me to convey his greetings to all my colleagues, the head teachers. I hope you have received these greetings. Your Excellency, the Chair of TSC, I would want to write on the protocols that have already been put forward, so that we can save on time. Once again, I would want to take this early opportunity, sir, to congratulate the new team of leadership of the Kenya Secondary School Heads Association, and that I told them not so long ago that they become part of the ecosystem of government in supporting, in ensuring that the policies and guidelines and all that we need to do in the sector, that they'll be part of this particular drive. I know they sit in various committees, they sit in some boards of our institutions. So, Wanakuri and your team, congratulations and welcome to the ecosystem and the leadership framework of the education sector. Sir, I would want also to take this opportunity to most sincerely thank all of us for coming here and also to welcome you to this 47th annual conference of the Kenya Secondary School Heads Association. The theme chosen this year is pathway learning, a futuristic approach to education in Kenya. And this fits well into the education reforms that we are doing, and at this juncture, I know this particular pathways and the reforms that you are undertaking is heavily guided by the Presidential Working Party, that together with His Excellency the President, you are able to appoint immediately you came into leadership. And that particular work of the Presidential Working Party has continued to guide us as government in ways in which we would want to anchor our education system into the future. Again, I would want to acknowledge our principals and the school system, and that we always expect so much, and that we regard you for the work that you do for this country. As I said earlier, you know you are the custodians of the future. And as custodians of the future, then you have to anchor this country and anchor humanity as we move forward. Again, of investment of the future. Because when we invest in our children, we invest in the future. And you are the agents of that investment. And therefore, humanity and all of us acknowledge and appreciate what you are doing. Days ago, I had a meeting with you on the solar work with these agents of the future to ensure that also the environment is safe. As they are agents of our young ones, that they will be agents of saving the environment by ensuring that we use clean energy. Finally, sir, I would want to acknowledge the role of these agents of the future, that they are also accounting officers of the institutions. I'm aware that the Kenya National Audit Office did present a presentation this morning, guiding us, because now you are audit units. You will not be audited through the Ministry of Education. You will be audited as schools. And government is on a drive of what we call zero-fold audit, that you are able to take good care of the resources that you have been given, and that when the auditor comes, they will not find any fault in your books, and that there will be no queries that you will be required to answer. So, I urge you as accounting officers of your institution that when the auditors come, they have what they call an entry meeting. Ensure you are the one chairing the entry meeting. They will also have an exit meeting. Ensure that you chair the exit meeting. It is so important. So I urge you, colleagues, as a teacher myself, having been in the classrooms that you are, let's ensure that we take good care of the resources that has been put on our hands so that we can adequately invest in the future. Sir, as I conclude, I would want to urge and encourage the principals and all participants to engage in the quite good discussions and deliberations that will be able to support us as we go forward. I want to assure you once again and give you our commitment as government that we shall continue to adequately fund our schools. Because unless we adequately fund our schools, then we are planning to fail. Because you, as I said, are agents of investment in the future. And that future is our children. So we must anchor that future adequately by funding you well. Yes, we acknowledge there has been challenges, but we want to give you our word on behalf of the leadership, the Deputy President here in today, and the President, that your capitation will be 22,000 as we move forward. With those very many remarks, it is now my distinct duty, and I request all of us to be upstanding so that we can invite His Excellency, the Deputy President, to address us. Karibu sir.
Thank you. Please be seated. The Principal Secretary for Early Learning and Basic Education, Dr. Bello Kipsang, Mr. Jamlik Muturi, the Chairman of the Teacher Service Commission, the Bugoma Women Representative, Catherine Wabilianga, the MD of the KCB Group, MD Anastasia Kimtai, the Kesha National Chairman, Wangi Kuria, and congratulations on your election. Principals, teachers, distinguished delegates, good afternoon. God is good, and all the time. Maybe before I give my address, I request all of you to be outstanding in a minute silence. In honor of our children, distinguished teachers and leaders in the educational sector. We are excited that in contributing to the holistic approach of the reforms, this conference is focused on three pathways of CBC, that is social sciences, arts and sports, and science and technology, engineering and mathematics. Under our administration, the sector receives the lion's share of the national allocation because we understand that quality education requires quantity investment. With a particular focus on the three pathways, we want an education that generates job creators not job seekers. We want an education that profiles and polishes talent of the students in what they do best, not bombarding them with the material they least need in their career pathway to stardom. We want an education that sparks, nurtures nascent scientists and other experts to drive manufacturing as we strive to stimulate value addition in our produce, to fetch more for our farmers, who are the pillars in the production chain. Esteemed teachers, we have identified junior secondary school and senior secondary school as a crucial stepping stone of molding the student to the professional they desire to be. That is why we have heavy representation from the national government in better preparations for the rollout of the senior secondary school. In this regard, engagement with principals who determine the performance and excellence of our schools is paramount. We insist on strategic and transformative leadership in secondary schools to produce the best beyond the definition of the syllabus. We appreciate that more teachers are advancing in education. We urge them to consider programs that respond to the CBC adjustments as per the 3 pathways. Let me throw this challenge to you, head teachers. Please, lead by examples in sprucing up your skills. You cannot manage someone who understands their assignment more than you. Strategic management demands that you remain 1 or more steps ahead of your team. Distinguished teachers and principals, on the other hand, we are investing more to increase TVETs across the country. It is one of the ways of complementing universities in transition from secondary students who are firmly established and focused in their pathways of choice. Because we want the TVETs to deliver, we set out to employ 2,000 more tutors in the 2023-2024 fiscal year to bridge the capacity gap. We have continued to invest in the TVET because of their potential to create jobs, especially in the informal sector of our economy, which is employing more than 83% of our workforce. In looking for more opportunities beyond our borders, cutting-edge skills are the pursuit. Therefore, there must be seamless transition from senior secondary schools to tertiary institutions as per the pathways. We have also incorporated the recognition of prior learning and TVETs as a strategy of increasing employment prospects for people who already have the requisite skills but lack validating documents. Distinguished teachers and principals, as we undertake these reforms, we have long-term and far-reaching implications. The demand for more financial and technical resources that cannot be overlooked. The National Treasury led by Professor Ndongo is listening to these discussions for insights that will guide structural review of the educational financing framework. We acknowledge Kesha for direct engagement with key agencies on funding. The government continues to receive and gradually incorporate feedback from critical actors to minimize disruptions. We are streamlining systems for timely release of funds. Even as the government allocates more resources to education, taxpayers must gain from this investment. We call for prudent management of resources for our schools to have the requisite capacity to deliver. Our wealth is directly proportional to the investment in our children. Their successes is the measure of our education to offer them the best. Allow me to underscore the critical role of teachers associations such as COPET, NAT, Kenya Union of Special Needs Education Teachers, among others, on their continued continuous contribution to good governance in the education sector. We consider you are critical we consider you critical in the rollout of the CBC system in pushing for results from your members. Demand better results with the same valor you do. Bring down the cost of running your schools. Please. Come up with some